Welcome, bitches, to the Transformation Nurse Academy podcast. My name is Kevin. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I know it's been a long time since I recorded and shit, but life has, been rough this year, but I appreciate it. It's pulled me in a lot of ways that I didn't think it was going to pull me. 2025, I thought was going to be a great year, but it's been pretty fucking rough. Not that I'm complaining because I'm still alive, but I'm honored to have gone through this trial and tribulation. Um, it's not quite done yet, but we're doing okay. But again, I hope that I can bring back some positivity to your life, some education and training, because I like to teach and I want to make sure that you know how to be a great nurse, an awesome nurse, and not just an okay nurse. So I wanted to share my personal story. We left to last December. Miss Pat and the family and I, we left last December to the Philippines for a vacation. We were only supposed to stay there for 2 weeks. However, the day that we decided to come back, I left a little early because I had a meeting in Texas, so I left like a week early. But the day that Miss Pat and her mom and all the kids and her dad were supposed to come back, on the way to the airport, literally, her dad had a heart attack, started having a GI bleed, so they had to take him to the hospital. They wound up in a place called Urdaneta. It's a town in the province of Santo Tomas, Pangasinan, and the hospital was called Sacred Heart. And Miss Pat had to spend the last 3 months with her dad there. She was probably there maybe a month. I think it's about a month, 2 to 3 weeks, a month before she called me back because she was just so overwhelmed because it's a total different beast in healthcare over there. So I went back and I've been there for the last 2 months. We just got back like March the 5th. And so, no, I'm sorry, I take it back, like March the 1st. And so, or maybe it's March the 5th. I don't remember the shit. But her dad's name is Victorino Pico Paat. He was born February the 11th, 1929, and he passed away February. I take it back, I lied. Victorino was born August the 11th, 1929, and he passed away February the 20th, 2025. I cried more for this guy than I had my own dad and my own mom because I met him back in 96 or 97. Miss Pat and I, when we first met, we lived with her parents for about 6 months because, we were young and broke. And then we finally moved out on our own to Fresno. But once we got married in 2000, we all moved in together. We've lived together for the last 30 years, her dad, her mom, me and her and the kids. And so it was very hard for me because I love this guy. He meant more to me than anything. He taught me how to fish. He taught me how to skin or to pluck a chicken. He taught me how to burn a goat and to dress down a goat, because we would eat caldereta, we would eat kilawun, all of these different kind of Filipino dishes. We collect cans together. We'd go on trips together. So it's very hard. He was 95 years old, but still, he was like the rock of our family, and it's been a hard road for me. We weren't able to bring him back because it cost like $20,000 or $30,000 to bring him back, and so we had to cremate him and bring back his ashes. And then we finally laid him to rest on April the 3rd in Smith Cemetery in Danu because that's where they kind of worked and stuff. They were field workers and things like that, in the valley. So it's been very hard for us. Miss Pat's still going through a rough time. I'm going through a rough time. But I wanted to try to bring some positivity back. I wanted to share my experience and where I've been because I wanted to start the podcast sooner. I just was taking a little break. But it's been very hard for me. I just want you to know that I did create a clip. I labeled it The Last Ride Home because from where we live in Fresno, we would drive down to 99 and through Manning Avenue and go back through Danuba and Rosa to get to their house. So I kind of recorded where we used to always drive like quite a bit, for the last, for the first 10 years of my life with them, we would drive back and forth because they still had a house there and we would go see their family there. All of our friends and relatives are there. So it's been very hard, but I wanted to share my experience though at Sacred Heart. I don't know if it's the hospital. I don't know if it's the people, but I was fucking disenchanted by the care over there because if you don't have money, you don't get any care. So, I mean, literally, you would have to get a prescription from the physician. You'd have to take it down to the cashier. You'd have to pay money. Then you take it over to the pharmacy. You'd get your medications. You take it up back to the floor for the nurses to give. But them bitches wouldn't give it. They would only give the IV medications. They'd sort out the PO medications. And then you would have to give the PO medications, which made no sense to me. I'm like, can I get a fucking discount? I'm giving the meds and shit. I'm on staff here, so let me get a discount. But that never happened. If you needed an X-ray, same thing. You would have to go down to the cashier, pay, and then take the X-ray to radiology, and then bring the receipt back up to the nurses so they would do the X-ray. Any kind of procedure, you had to pay for it. Even after he passed away, before he passed away, we took him home on hospice care, end of life care. I asked if we could just have a sheet, because he was going to ride in the back of an ambulance, which is about, I was probably an hour from the hospital to where his sister lives in Santo Tomas. So I'm like, can I have a sheet? And they're like, oh, yeah, you can get that for 600 pesos. So they wouldn't even let me have a sheet unless I bought it. But I'm like, fucking, I'm not buying no damn sheet. You had to pay for the ambulance ride home. And when we did take him out, we had to settle the bill. It was a very big bill. And they said, if you don't have the money, you can just sign over the lease title to your land and stuff. We give you collateral. So it was a very humbling experience, because I hear a lot of people over here in the States saying our healthcare is terrible. You don't even fucking know terrible. I mean, I know that our healthcare system broken because it's about money. But over there, literally, if you don't have money, you don't get care. So I think that a lot of people need to start traveling to the other worlds and other countries to understand that our healthcare ain't that damn bad. I mean, it is broken, but it's not that bad. But things that you have to think about when you're here. So when you try to know that you're taking care of a patient, you got to make sure that you understand that even though our place may be rough, it ain't that damn rough. But Victorino, was a great guy, taught me a lot. Even though he may be physically gone, he's still here in my heart. His memory, his journey is going to carry on. I'll carry it with my classroom. But I wanted to share my experience. I wanted to give you a little blip of that. We are coming back. We're going to have more classes on trauma. We'll do more episodes on how to protect yourself as a nurse, cardiovascular. We'll get back into the swing of things. But I wanted to let you know where we've been, what's going on, and why we've been gone away for a while. But I really appreciate it. I hope that you stay tuned and listen to us. And I hope you come back and enjoy the content. Follow us on our Facebook page. And I really appreciate you guys for staying with us. All right, guys, I hope that you have a great day. I hope to see you soon. All right, bitches. Peace out, bitches.